Hello, everyone. This is my first live that I'm doing, and it's about my friend Dean. It's his birthday today. He would have been 59, and I'm telling this ode to Dean, which I want to put it out there that for all the younger kids growing up on the streets and all that stuff, that this is the life that I'm gonna tell you a little bit about, and hopefully you get the message what I'm saying. Okay? Dean and I grew up in Flemington Park in Canada, and we had lots of influence from the older guys, of course, and they were into, of course, unlawful unlawful stuff. You know, in our time, a lot of them were into safe cracking, car theft, um, lots of frauds and scams and stuff like that. So when you're a young man and you're starting out like this, and especially in a community where you're all together and around 200 kids, you know, it's pretty difficult with the influences to not get involved or anything. Dean and I did. Um, to us, it was fun. You know, I don't know why we were attracted to it, or it just maybe we're born that way for excitement. I don't know, and we got plenty of that. Trust me. So you know, um, I hope that my story that I'm going to tell just a little bit about him and I, how you start off like this, and all of a sudden you're like that, and all of a sudden it's every aspect of your life, you know, and then you get to people close to you dying, being murdered, stuff like that, and and for what, you know, like really, if you're a smart kid and you're out there hustling, like right now today, use your brain because you can generate more money doing legal things. What I've learned in my life, instead of putting your family all in, when you get arrested, or you get, in Dean's case, you get murdered, you know, it's hard on them, or you go away to prison. It's not just you sitting in there; it's everybody that cares about you. You know, today is Dean Copkov is his name. Today's his birthday. He would have been 59 years old. He leaves behind two children, um, Yannick and Naomi. And I tell you, when you lose father of the family, you know, it is hard. You know, it is hard for kids to grow up without a parent. How I grew up, my father left the home when I was in about grade three, and I have two. I have an older sister and a younger sister, and so my mother had to raise us, but on little income that she had, because she was on government assistance, and for some reason, the situations that families are put in, obviously you're rebellious, you're upset that your your father's not around, and and it makes you take advantage of him not being around, and so it's very easy to get yourself into trouble by starting crime, and that's the road I took. Like, I was a good hockey player. I played with the guys that made the NHL, and I used to be the captain on the teams. not saying anything bad about them, but I was a good hockey player. I had plenty of chances go that go that route, but for some reason, because I think about it now, I just think because the anger of my father gone and not knowing where he was most of the time, and my poor mother whose heart was broken, and she tried, several suicide attempts. Um, and as children, to come home to that, to see your mother so heartbroken and all that, it has a very profound effect on your young mind, right? So my mother, and she's dead now, but I didn't realize, the profound effect of my father leaving her would have on her. She just fell apart. So she wasn't really doing a good job of raising um, my older sister Paula, myself, and my younger sister Melanie, who was still in diapers at the time. And just that situation made more escalation to things that I did. And then my best friend Dean and I, you know, we we were just full of life, and like I said, um, we started being influenced by the older guys in the neighborhood. Um, one guy, his name was Volpe, last name, uh, Italian gentleman. If you catch my drift, he's the one that kind of schooled us on the safe cracking and stuff like that. And another older guy taught us how to hot wire cars and steal them and stuff like that. So to us, it was exciting because you're being very sneaky, and and plus after the fact, you're making some money for yourself. Like my mother used to give me $5. You know what I mean? That was my allowance or something. $5. Like, I mean, you know, where was that going? Like there wasn't much money to go around anyways. So I could use that as an excuse that we were poor, didn't have any money, I had to make money for the house and all that. But in all honesty, we didn't have much, but we had a roof on our head, we had food on the table, and what more do you need? Material things. Like I thought I needed, a new record player or a ghetto blaster or stuff like that. I never put any of that money to good use. I just spend it on myself, clothes, shoes, stuff like that. But anyways, the situations that families are in, from my time even up to now, the young kids, I see just the way they talk, their attitudes, they're wild, just like we were, and I can tell they're on a destination for to have a lot of trouble in their life, with law enforcement, which I'll tell you right now, it might be cool. You might think you're going to get all the respect and everything because that's what it's all about at first. You think you're being respected, but respect for doing bad things, some people like it and other people don't, especially when they know you have a brain. and, and I implore every young person out there to start using your brain. There's so much stuff you can do and create revenue for yourself without breaking the law. I sold lots of narcotics, not knowing the consequences of that poison, that you're literally poisoning other people to make money just so you can go and have a good time or get a new pair of shoes, basically, when you're young, But that life escalated to other higher stuff with other higher people. Um, we rubbed elbows with Canadian mob figures, motorcycle clubs, and other organizations. even political parties, lots of political parties, like politicians, they're no better than what we are, trust me, what we were, but at first it all seems all innocent. You're having fun. You're doing scores, and it's all fun. But the underbelly of it all is eventually you're gonna get caught, and then when you get caught, it's too late to think about what if, you know, right? And if you come from a single home, who's going to afford a lawyer? So you're not going to have proper representations because you don't have the knowledge of law. You keep this out of the schools for some reason um, to learn law, which we all should know because they trample over our rights and freedoms every day, and especially in the courtroom, how they make deals. Depending on how much money your family has, the quicker to deal. Now, if your family has money, they're going to milk you. Your lawyer's going to tell you, we can beat this case, blah, 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 and drain. So you're not paying for the lawyer. Your parent or parents are paying for the lawyer. Do you want that burden on your parents? You know, Especially when you have siblings. For stuff that you're doing, putting everybody in financial jeopardy just from happen to have a lawyer. You know, it's not fair. It's not right. It's very selfish, and I was very selfish in that respect. That's why when all the times I was in trouble and went to court, I had some mouthpiece that you know basically made a deal, sold me out because they know I didn't have any money. You know, Now if I was smart, I would have put money away because and if I would have thought that when you're doing crime that you should put money aside away for an attorney in case you are in trouble, so you don't burden anybody else with your stuff. Like if you're big enough to do the crime, man, then you should be able to bail yourself up, get yourself up. But that doesn't happen because that's not even on the mind because you're too young to think of stuff like that. You know, like I see so many kids, male, female, they think being in a gang and talk, talking the street talk that don't make any sense and cursing and swearing makes you look tough. It doesn't. It makes you look pretty ignorant. You know, you know. My advice is get a proper education, read books. Outside of school, read encyclopedias, read some histories, stuff like that. Learn some knowledge on how the world works, and you'll see that the odds are against you. Right? The system is built to make you fail. Right? So eventually, like I said, you're going to get caught, or you're going to get shot, or stabbed, or something else. Okay? So that's just a part of it. There's no street hustler out there that hasn't been, you know, sent to jail. It just doesn't happen. Whether you're informed on it doesn't matter. That's all part of the game. You know. So, but anyways, back to Dean. Dean was murdered January 22nd, 2019. So this is his sixth year. He was a highly intelligent person. He was fun loving. He had a big heart of gold. He loved his families, especially his children. He was a good father and provider. He even got himself in the movies, just like he always wanted to do. But that life kept on bringing him back in with associates that we know, just like me, and that led up to him going away a few times, and then on the eve of, and then the people he knows on the eve that he was supposed to go away, he got mixed up in something, and that took his life, just like that, you know. And like I said, he left behind his children, and they hurt and they need him, you know. And like, do you want to do that to your kids, or to your mother or father or your sisters? Like think about that. You know. Anyways, this message that I'm trying to send out is trying to save you a lot of trouble, a lot of grief, a lot of heartache, a lot of people being angry at you for doing stupid things. Because let's face it, I see you kids out there, you're not thinking, you're doing things out in the open. There's cameras everywhere. It's just dumb. And then all this gang activity where you're killing your own kind of people, you know, for what? Territory, you know, money, you know, money doesn't last. You're not smart enough to use it wisely. You think it's all about getting a nice place and a nice car and fancy this and fancy that, right? Just so you earn some respect. Like think about how, that's pretty shallow. You know, I wish what I know now, I wish I knew then, because definitely you know, but when you have no father figure in the home, nobody's kicking your butt. Like maybe your friends' parents are trying to tell you stuff, but you don't listen, and you think they're preaching to you. You know what I mean? Like, you just yeah them to death. You know, but you have to realize what you are doing to people that actually care about you. Because I'll tell you, me out in the street, I had lots of people that cared for me, but because of my broken home, I rebelled, and I kept going and going, and the higher we went up the ladder, the more crookeder it got. Like I say, we were rubbing elbows with, all the top, crims, all in Canada, in other countries too, international stuff, you know. So, anyways, I wrote a book about my life story and Dean's life story. It's on my channel, and I tell a lot of funny stories and stuff we pulled off, and stuff like that. Some underbelly stuff, of course, but while I was writing, I was thinking back that everything that we done was pretty well pointless. You know, like I mean, he suffered. He went away to prison a few times. I went away. He was away from his family, his wife. Do you want that? I hope you don't. Because it's a life full of misery. It's a life full of chaos. It's a life full of watching your back. Because there's always somebody out there and bigger and badder than you. Because just because you carry a weapon don't mean that you're a tough guy. Okay, it doesn't mean that you can't be got. I seen guys get got, like my friend. Just like that. That's how quick it is. His family suffers. There's a big hole in my life because he's gone, and his family. It's, it can only end two ways: prison or death. Why would you want to not listen to me? Because this is the final outcome. Whether stuff happens to you when you're young, if you get shot or stabbed, like think about it. What's it for? And then you want to take revenge, and then you revenge that, and all of a sudden their side comes and revenges that. So on and on it goes. And then when you take somebody's life, you got a lifetime of being watched by the law. They don't let up. They keep their foot on your neck. You know what I mean? When you do murder, you got no peace. You probably don't even sleep at night. It's just all pointless. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and send this message out, and in memory of Dean, because I know he'd want you young people out there to know what the outcome is, because we spoke about this, like about his son and mine, and what we want for them, and it's not this life of chaos. And if you have an opportunity to listen, You know, take my words, because you're not going to be a success like you think you are. You're not going to have all that respect for your life. People are going to lose respect for you, because you're going to do some terrible things to people, which you might think is cool or whatever. It's not, you know, right? So that's all I want to say about that. And other stuff in the world, I'll do another video on teaching you how the world really works. You know, what the plan is, why things don't seem right, and stuff like that. Okay, right. I hope that this message finds you and other people. Even if you have kids, you got to watch them out there. You got to be involved in their lives. You got to know everything that they're doing. This internet, man, you don't know what they're doing with the door locked in their rooms, and what they're getting themselves involved in. There's a lot of terrible, terrible people out there that prey on young people. Trust me. You know, kids are the prey of the world. Okay, and there's a lot of evil, rotten people out there that look for vulnerable kids from broken homes, especially young girls. You know, so anyway, hi Tracy. Nice to see you on here. Yeah, please share. Yeah, please share. Yeah, because it's a message that all generations, the fact that the crime rate now just here in Canada, I mean, wow, you know, but what is the root of all this chaos? Okay, this is why I want to teach you the world plan, which I'll do on another video, and then you tell me. You know what I mean? You have to have knowledge. Knowledge is power. If you're rocking around ignorant, say, watching, the media, like, you're watching mainstream media, you're not going to learn a thing. All they do is lie. So you have to find out your own stuff. Investigate it. Investigate everything that you want to learn about. It's the best way to find the truth. If the truth, like they say, sets you free. And the truth gives you knowledge, and it gives you power to think, and you can make the right choices. Anyways, thank you, whoever's out there. Nice seeing you, Tracy. I hope you're doing well. But I'll be back with some world truth maybe later tonight or something. But I just wanted to reach out and say, I miss my friend Dean so much. I haven't truly mourned his death like properly. But now, after writing and stuff like that, I'm really feeling it. This is the 6th year he's been gone. It's really feeling it. And I really like the younger generations to know what it's like, because you are going to lose many people that you care about in this life if you choose to be some kind of gangster. Okay, you're going to lose lots of people. Okay, you're going to break a lot of hearts, especially your mother, your grandmother, your father, your siblings. You're going to break their heart, and you're going to put burdens on them, financial burdens on them. Okay, and it's not fair. And remember, whatever you do criminally out there, you want to act like a big man, then take the responsibility and don't burden people with it. Okay? So if you're gonna be a gangster, you know what I mean? Be a man when you're 15 years old. You're not a man. You're still a child. And it's unfortunately that so many young people have to grow up that way. Well, they think they have to because of their environment. The environment that we're put in because the government puts us in there, you know. Anyways, I'll teach you all that on another video. And I just wanted to best wishes to Dean's family, his sister Christine, his mother Marie, his Yannick, his son, and his daughter Naomi. I love you all, and I know you're hurting today, same as me, and hopefully we get some time together and we can you know talk about old stories and stuff. Maybe have a laugh or two, right? But that's all I want to say right now. So peace out.